Welcome everybody to the
Actually,
Glaziar Gamble
Gamble
Podcast, episode 49. Happy 6-9 day. We're recording this on 6-9.
Nice.
So nice. Happy 6-9 day, everybody. Yeah, we just got a couple of topics for you. Full disclosure, haven't had time to see Obi-Wan, so we're just gonna we did the first 3 episodes last week. We're gonna do the second 3 episodes once all 3 are out. So this week is Miss Marvel's premiere that we're gonna talk about. Some things we saw, some things we'd like to talk about, and then Black Adam's trailer. We're gonna do a DC discussion at the end with Black Adam and Ezra Miller. So let's start it off. Miss Marvel. It was good. First premiere. We mentioned it a couple weeks ago. I said I have to change my mindset. I have to go in with this is not going to be. It's a PG show. It is not meant for.
It's actually TV-14. They upped it. Yeah. Well,
okay.
Yeah, they changed it.
But it's not meant for 30, 25 plus year old people.
It's not for any DC fans. Like you would hate it if you're a DC fan. Let's just say that because it is so far from that. But
full disclosure, I hated the first 5-10 minutes of the episode.
Yeah, so I'm gonna the main thing, the only negative thing I had was the first half of the episode was so slow.
It felt like I was watching a Disney Channel show.
Yeah, I was like, all right. I was like, come on. All right.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Yep. It was a lot of setup. It felt like I was watching a Disney Channel show. Like I was like, yep, this is definitely made for kids. Yep. Yep. It was. Oh, we're in high school, and yeah. Okay. Yeah. It felt like the first, like you said, first half of the episode feels like you're watching something very slow, meant for children. It feels like a Disney Channel show.
It did feel like a high school sitcom almost.
It
felt like that, but that's the vibe they're going for. So they didn't do it bad. Like the cinematography of them texting each other and it's appearing on the buildings,
that was sweet.
That's cool.
Yep.
Very unique, or her daydreaming and her just sitting there like this, and then
all the drawings too. All the drawings are sweet. The opening, her YouTube videos that she was putting out with her drawings, the animation. Clearly that's where they want her career to go if she were to become a normal kid. She I like the fact that she doodles and all that. Her friend is cool. But yeah, first half of the episode, very, very just rough.
Right.
But like you said, the texting, I thought that was cool. The whole the images coming up in neon lights and also lights. The first song in the credits.
Yeah, Blinding Lights by The Weeknd.
No, in the post credit. When the episode was over, the song that plays slapped me right out of my chair. That was good. It was not in English, but it was definitely rap pop. It was. It was good. I enjoyed it. I was gonna look it up later. I would like to add that on my Spotify playlist because that was real good. I like that a lot.
It seemed like one of the Moon Knight post-credit scene ones when he was in Egypt, the Mark Spector one. After that was a Egyptian rap type thing.
Yeah,
that one was really good too.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the episode picks up. They foreshadowed some things. They did not make it very hidden. I've seen some complaints because she's Pakistani and her parents have a accent that is not Pakistani. It is more of Saudi. It's a different portion of India that they have. That's what their accent comes from. So I've seen some complaints from people from Pakistan. So I didn't know that that was educated. I got educated on that part, but outside of that, I did think her parents played their roles well.
Right.
They were infuriating. They were if your goal is to side with the main character, they were very infuriating. They were the exact what you would expect a restrictive parent.
Restrictive, strict. Yeah.
If you anything like Abuela in Encanto. You got any parent in a lot of Disney shows and movies. They were extremely strict, did not want to support her adventures, stopped her, and yet there's a sibling or another family member or a friend that they will do anything for. It's very, very good at getting frustration out there. However, they didn't really build the character up too much. or like the parents up too much.
Right.
Not sure what they're gonna do.
I know
there.
in most instances
Because it was so slow, didn't it?
Because of in most instances for like Abu, the father. I believe Abu is just like a nickname they call like Papa. Almost.
That's what she calls him. Yep.
Sure. He's very like prevalent or relevant in comics and stuff. Like so like the mother taking kind of a bigger role is different from what I understand. But no, I thought they both did. It's like the mother's more strict and the dad, like when it's like, well, mom said no, like to going somewhere, she would go to her dad and her dad would be like, yeah, that's fine. Like that's how I see that dynamic almost.
But now it seems more like both of them, he just kind of does whatever the mother says.
Right.
I've also seen some complaints. Same thing is happening to Miss Marvel that is happening to the Eternals. That happened to the Eternals. They got a huge wave of negative reviews.
Yeah, that was
Christian
on,
groups.
Yeah. Well, no, I saw that because they're saying like something along the gay character or something along
because
that.
Miss Marvel, because she's interested in Zoe. So they're upset that the main character is a non-white LGBT character.
I don't think Miss Marvel is like
they
like that,
are
though. I don't.
Well, and I think that's what they're doing is they're trying to make it so that Zoe is her interest. But in the trailer, see, but that's the thing. In the trailer, it was that boy. It was supposed to be what's his name? Starts with an A.
Yeah,
it starts with an A.
I don't know. I know what you're talking. Ahmed. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. But I didn't get that vibe at all. I think it's just.
She's the popular
just
kid.
The popular one. Yeah, she idolizes her. She's the popular one. Lucy, have you been in here the whole time? She just came out from under the desk and was like,
what are you guys talking about? But yeah, so they're claiming that Miss Marvel is gay, and they're claiming that she's anti-white. It's like, so they're getting a bunch of negative reviews because of that. If people didn't see that, if you saw the rating just plummet after today, it's because of a bunch. Same thing that happened with Eternals. People got upset with a gay scene, gay character, gay mention. There was that whole Asgardian pride. Did you you notice that?
Yep,
yeah, and I was like, that's 100% referencing Valkyrie.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. So I'm guessing people got mad at that. I'm sure I could pause every frame at that Avenger Con and find an Easter egg.
Oh, yeah,
because that was clearly going to be loaded up. But the one that stuck out, they clearly made a focus on Asgardian pride, and they showed, Hulk, Ant-Man,
Groot.
They showed a lot of like different ones that are
America's
ass things that are
thing.
America's ass meme.
Yeah.
They played the Captain America song from Hawkeye. Like they had all the stuff. They had all the stuff thrown at you. And it's what you would expect. If the Avengers were a thing now, that sort of thing would exist.
Yeah.
If they were in our world, that's what would happen. I think Iman Vellani did a great job in this first part. I think, like any 16-year-old, she has some issues. Like, she has some areas where I think she lacks, mainly facial expression. I think she has a narrow range of facial expressions as of right now. Maybe they did that on purpose. But sometimes, and I think that might be maybe where that's why they think she's interested in Zoe, is because the same issue when she stares at Captain Marvel and stares at something she idolizes, that's the same face she stares at Zoe. So maybe that it's just, she does have a very narrow, but she's at the time of recording was 14 or 15.
Yeah, something like that.
So she,
I don't know. Yeah, I want to see her get into a moment where she shows fear. And then possibly like loss as well. So
I would love to see a scream cry. That's my when somebody does like a scream cry and their voice breaks. That's like peak.
Or even like anger too.
Anger,
like she's like especially with the gauntlets and her powers. If she gets angry, she's gonna hurt people.
Right.
So
I would love to see that. I'm interested to see if putting on the gauntlet gave her those powers, or when she takes it off, she loses them.
Right. I mean, we talked about that. We hopefully the gauntlet breaks or something that's like an inhuman thing.
Like her eyes glowed a little bit, and even though it was on her arm, it went all the way around.
Yeah, the energy
was encompassing her.
Yeah.
So is it in her now? She saw it was probably shot, like a flashback when she fell through, when she initially put it on and fell through the ground. That was probably a flashback of her Nani.
Yeah, what they think is that, or from what I've read before, is that band is Kree technology, and so it showed possibly what a former person saw, like.
It looked like somebody who might, it looked like they were surrounded at like a riot.
Yeah. So
I thought maybe that it was her Nani.
Yeah, I thought that
we've
was
heard
weird
about
too,
her Nani a couple times.
Yeah,
and that it was her
like
maybe being killed.
The mom just shut it down too. Kamala's like, "What is this?" And her mom's like, "Junk." And then
attic. Go to the attic now.
Yeah.
And then when she said, "I know you're gonna just bring up something about Nani," and when she came home at 11 or whatever, she was like, "Oh, you know what I was gonna say?" Then completely didn't talk about Nani.
Right.
So I think that flashback was her Nani.
Sure.
Personally, it could be Kree, but that's what I thought initially. I was like, oh, that's probably her Nani, like getting attacked and persecuted, which is why her mom doesn't want her to be like her Nani, because she doesn't want her hurt.
Right.
But a big reason why I don't want the gauntlets to be what gives her the power is because I don't want a stereotypical, I got my gauntlets stolen or I misplaced it.
Right. Now I don't have like fight. Yeah.
I don't want that. I really that's a trope that really it's boring. When Spider-Man is almost out of his web, and I can't remember, that's the first homecoming. I really
Far From Home, when he had to fight on the bridge, he had to grab the shield sign, and then he grabbed the bot thing.
I don't like bot. That whole thing. Like, just let them use their abilities. I get that they're supposed to have limitations, but I really don't like the whole, I'm not gonna like, oh no, I switched backpacks with the wrong person, now they have my gauntlet. Like, if they do something like that, I'm gonna be very, very sad. So I really hope the gauntlet now is like attached to her somehow, like the power, they're her powers now.
Right.
I don't know. It was interesting when she was like using the powers, how they were kind of like going out.
Yeah, she made like a cloud almost. Like a cloud of energy or whatever. And then
I'm not sure why they chose to do that. Maybe they didn't know what shape to put it in.
Right. Yeah, she just like moved like an energy pocket, like left and right, and then shot it into the Ant-Man, Giant Man thing.
Yeah. And see, and some people said that when she saved Zoe, that's gonna be Zoe falling for her too. Like when they realize that it's her.
That's a little. Obviously, there's gonna be like, because then the like even Bruno on the roof, like they had that moment where like Bruno gave her the power fist, and they were like, she was looking at him like
I thought they were gonna kiss. For a moment.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't.
And then Bruno was like, okay, we need to do this.
Yeah, I think some people are possibly confusing her for America Chavez. Maybe,
possibly. I also, the guy that she has a huge crush on in the comics is in the show.
Yeah.
He is not in the show yet. He wasn't in the first episode, but we've seen him in the trailer. So he's going to be there. She's going to gawk over him because she gawked over him in the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where she goes because clearly her mom gave her that discussion about, do you want to be the good person we taught you to be, or do you want to be this cosmic head in the clouds dreamer? And she looked at her eyes and said, she laid back when her mom left and said cosmic.
Yeah.
So that was her kind of admitting, like, I'm pursuing what I want.
She wants to do both, right? Like, she wants to be a good person, but that's what Captain Marvel embodies.
She wants to be a hero.
She wants to be a hero. She wants to do good things. She wants to save the world. And so,
she got her bike stolen.
There's no way.
There's no way that thing's
Jersey
still
City,
there.
no way.
You don't even have to be from Jersey City to know that thing's gone. I don't care where you could be from, a small town. That bike's gone. People steal bikes in every city, but Jersey City, that thing was gone when the bus was still pulling away, and there was like, all right, that's mine.
Someone sprinted across the street. There's like 6 people converging on it. Someone got there, and everyone was like, oh,
dang it! They get to sell a tire.
Right. Yeah, it's got these cool Marvel stickers on there too.
Dang, does it have cards in the spokes?
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it was pretty good. The brother, I think, is gonna play a little bit bigger part as it goes on. The dad,
yeah, he kind of stands up for her. What'd you think about the? Oh man, you actually like see the extension like with her hand.
when she catches
Yeah.
Zoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job with that. It's similar to
I
like,
thought Zoe died. I was like, oh god, like when she got hit with Thor's hammer, I thought she was toast.
yeah, I thought she died there.
Oh yeah.
And then she starts to go, help me! And I was like, wait, is she holding on to the hammer? There's nowhere
Yeah.
for her to grab.
Yeah. I thought she died right there.
Yeah,
I was like,
that-
oh my god. Like
Yeah, I was like, I thought that's where we're gonna go with it. Is now they want to figure out who this girl is because she got somebody killed, and then Kamala's gonna have to be like, I can't let people know it was me. And then though that post-credit scene where they're like, bring her in, they're gonna reveal it was her, and they're gonna tell her that she's gonna be held for murder.
for
if she
murder.
doesn't- Yeah.
And then Matt Murdock comes in, and then
Well, I definitely thought, like, I thought all
Oh,
of
yeah.
that, and I thought Zoe was dead.
they
And
made
then
that
my-
a little too violent of a hit, like
And
that.
scream and thud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she's done. She's
Yeah.
done for. Help! Okay, she's fine.
What are you grabbing onto? This smooth surface.
The smooth, wet surface. What?
Yeah.
What? So that's probably like the biggest like weird thing that happened in the episode, like inconsistency or poor shooting or whatever. But yeah, I expected more people to get hurt. I expected her to be just or at school with a neck brace and like
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
She was destroyed. Like if I
Yeah.
got hit like that, I'm done.
Yeah, that or like I thought she would get when she got hit against the wall, she'd like slide down, and that's when Kamal would have to catch
Well,
her.
it looked like she got hit behind like a stage, so I thought she was gonna like tumble behind that wall.
Okay, okay. She's standing on the stage. Okay,
Yep.
she's standing on the stage, and when it showed her hanging on the hammer, she was on the top of the hammer. So the hammer technically should have ripped apart the stage, right? It should have ripped apart the stage if she's holding onto the top of the hammer.
It should have at least grazed at worst, or at
Yeah,
least.
I don't know if she was as tall as the hammer.
Right, yeah, and that's the thing. Is like it kind of inconsistent hammer size. Inconsistent.
Yeah.
That was the most inconsistent like weird thing. And all they were trying to do was set up her falling. I feel
Catching,
like they
yeah.
could have figured out another way to do that,
Yeah.
other than like her getting absolutely rocked.
Yeah, she had to have broken ribs.
Yep.
Like
That she got hit harder than like double tackled by Urlacher and Ray Lewis. That was
Yeah.
just she got destroyed. And it was that was a Juggernaut running at her.
yeah.
And she's like, oh, I'm fine, but I'm falling. It was Other than that, it was good. The stretch was good. The stretch was cool. The shatter, the fact that it shattered when it hit the ground means it kind of has like a crystal
Right.
feel
Right.
to it.
So on Rotten Tomatoes, which we always judge off Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at like a 96%, but it's down to 95% now. So critics are loving it. I assume fans are loving it. It's doing better than Kenobi. It's doing better than The Boys.
Well, and if you
So-
guys watched our episode last week, I would premiere of each episode. I would rather watch Miss Marvel's premiere over Kenobi's premiere again.
Sure.
If I'm picking which one to watch again. I'm
Yeah,
picking Miss
I wasn't a
Marvel.
huge fan of Kenobi's.
Kenobi's
but
premiere was.
maybe.
For those that didn't see it, I said if I was hypercritical, I'd give it a 3.
Yeah.
I didn't. I wouldn't.
Sure.
Yeah.
The only thing I can hope for, I've said the things that I've wanted in this series were the Inhuman tie, right? I want that to be at least mentioned or some kind of Terrigenesis type thing. I want Embiggen. I want her to say that at some point, probably like hitting Zoe. Like if Zoe can take that hit, she's gonna slam Zoe between both of her giant crystal hands. Hope for the best. I think something also that would be cool is if in episode 6 she ends up going through Terrigenesis, she gets all cocooned up. When she breaks out of the Terrigenesis, it's Chloe Bennett's Quake with S.H.I.E.L.D. telling her everything's going to be okay or something like that. That'd be my...
So along those lines, I wanted to mention that to you. When it was coming over her, along her back, it had space between her and the energy, like it was encompassing her. And
Sure.
I do think that was them hinting at eventually it's going to go over her whole body in a solid form, like a cocoon.
Right.
So I do think that sort of thing has a very good potential of happening.
Yeah, I think that would be insane if Chloe Bennett popped out and she's like, I'm Daisy Johnson, I'm with S.H.I.E.L.D. There's someone I'd like you to meet or something like that. Don't worry, this happened to me too, or something.
Right, something would be cool, or maybe this is Black Bolt. It's just a dude with his head caved in.
And plus, yeah, they asked her about that. And she's like, yeah. Then she's like, they did my boy dirty. Like that's my boy right there, and they did him dirty.
She also thinks that Marvel's universe is 199999, even though they said it 616. It's because technically the comic books are 616. The comic books cannot be the same universe as the movies.
Right.
In theory, but if they tell us it's 616, it's 616.
Sure.
I don't know. Wherever you stand on that, go ahead and tell me it's 199999. Go ahead and tell me it's 616. Either way, they all should be in the same one. It was good. It was better than I expected after the first half, and it was worse than I expected in that first part. I definitely was like, I thought I was watching like a better produced Hannah Montana High School Musical.
I was waiting, and I was like, okay. I was like,
where is this going?
Right.
I was like, please tell me we're gonna see something in this first episode. And then for those who didn't see, the post credit is two people from No Way Home.
Yeah, the detective from No Way Home that was questioning Peter Parker.
That same detective shows the video of Kamala at AvengerCon and says, "Bring her in."
Yeah.
So next episode, she's probably going to get brought in.
Yeah. The cops will show a better place. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get Kamala.
Which then her mom's going to be like, "I told you you're not you're supposed to be good. You're not being good." It's going to be all that.
The authorities are here,
and they're gonna take her gauntlet, and then she's not gonna have powers, and it's the same. Like I just said, it's gonna happen. And then her. I'm glad her friend wasn't upset about the gloves, but I'm sure that's gonna come into play. Like, why don't you just put the gloves on? Like, you put these on. I don't know. He seems pretty chill about it, but maybe that comes because obviously they want to give into some of this teen drama.
Right.
So I feel like at some point he's gonna be like, why did
when the punk kid shows up.
Right.
And he's gonna be like, I'm an afterthought. You like him.
And I'm sure they might bring race into it. Like, you like him because he's Middle Eastern. So your parents are gonna like him more. Or like he's Indian. And they could bring something like that because clearly race is also another focus of the show.
Right.
They've made it clear like they will focus on Pakistani culture. Like they are going to put it on it. So I would not be surprised to see them bring it up again in the future, which I'm all for. Because first of all, I look at it as an education, but it's also, it's nice to not see the same. We mentioned it. I don't need to see white people in New York in every we don't need to see that in every single show or movie. So yeah, Jersey City, Pakistani family. It's nice to see something different. So I'm cool with it. What would you grade it? 1 out of 10.
I'd give it a 7.
I think that's fair.
Respectable.
That's about what we gave Multiverse of Madness.
I was not bored. Like for the first.
I was bored as hell. Yep.
Yeah.
I started catching myself like looking away and thinking about other things, which hasn't really happened with any other show. Like with Hawkeye.
But eventually,
Hook,
I was just
Loki,
waiting
Hook.
for it. Yeah, I was just like waiting for it. I was like, well,
it's gonna pick up.
Yeah. I'm into it now. You know what I mean? So like.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, spoiled a lot there for you, but I recommend checking it out. You could probably kind of like leave yourself, like look around a little bit. You don't have to be super focused, but once halfway through the episode, once there's about 25 minutes left of the episode, start paying attention because that's when it gets real good. But for that first part, it's literally so slow you could do dishes or something while it's on, and then that's what I think. So check it out. That's what we think on Miss Marvel. Now let's jump into our DC topics. First, Black Adam trailer.
Man, we're gonna end both sports and Marvel with some heaviness here.
Heavy stuff. That's what we got to do. 6ix9ine day. Heavy heads is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Black Adam trailer. Speaking of heavy heads, Black Adam trailer came out. The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
Pierce
pretty
Brosnan,
Pierce
Aldous
Brosnan,
Hodge,
Dr. Fate,
Yeah.
Blue Deadpool.
Adam
yeah.
Smasher.
Yeah. It was cool. I don't know who the winged person was.
Aldous Hodge is playing Hawkman.
Hawkman, that's what it is. But yeah, he's supposed to be, he was a slave that was killed, and then he got brought back to life. His son sacrificed his life to save him.
Yeah.
He was brought back as a god, and then he was taken away from the world for 500 years, and now he's back.
Yeah.
I
don't know much about Black Adam, so like I always knew that he was like typically like a Shazam villain. He's got the same kind of lightning bolt on his chest.
But now they're turning him into like an anti-hero.
Right. So,
but they're all talking about him having a fight with Superman.
Yeah. But
they want a Henry Cavill versus Dwayne Johnson.
Right.
Black Adam.
Superman's kind of not as resistant to magic, and Black Adam is kind of all magic, or partially magic. So, like,
yeah, in the trailer when he gets blown up by that bomb, that was clearly like an enhanced magical bomb. So he clearly has something that can affect him.
Right.
Because when he was getting shot at with regular bullets, he was literally just absorbing them.
Yeah. So and The Rock has said multiple times that like the power hierarchy in the DC universe is going to be changed, or like go through a like facelift almost. So
yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I don't know much about a Hawkman, Dr. Fate. Yeah. I'm more of a Marvel fan when it comes to the comics. I didn't like Superman or Batman growing up, so I became like, I only liked the Joker and like Batman villains. I didn't really like Batman himself. So I've always been like, when I was reading comics, it was Marvel comics, or it was like Archie and Jughead and like non-superhero comics.
Sure.
And now it's like, so I don't know much about DC characters. So
I know that typically their power levels are drastically higher than Marvel.
Yeah, they're always OP. Like that was my issue with Superman growing up. I was like, oh, they had to make something up in order for him to be defeated.
Right.
And I didn't like Batman because I was a hipster, and I thought everybody liked Batman, so I didn't want to like Batman.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to like Batman. Everybody seemed to like Batman. I want something different.
You like the Flash.
I like the Flash. Yeah. Yep. That was me, just a stupid little kid. Yeah. So it looks good. It looks really good. Seems like a good role. I know a lot of people are sick of The Rock, and a lot of people are like, you can't go wrong with The Rock. So he's a good person to pick. It's a good role because he has a superhero body already.
Right.
There's a little moment where like it's like a Captain America moment where he looks like he's supposed to be smaller, and then he gets put into a tank, and then he gets The Rock size.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what happens there, because like, from the zoomed out, he's small. Like he's not The Rock.
Yeah, he doesn't seem yoked when he's like with his son or whatever.
And yet they told us that it has no CGI.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
CGI to make him look smaller.
Right, yeah. They had CGI to make him look small, just like they had to use a body double in CGI for Chris Evans when he was Captain America, because he was massive. Then he comes in.
There's the one moment I liked is when Hawkman walks up to him and he's like, there's villains and then there's heroes, but heroes don't kill people. And then The Rock just goes, well, I do. And then the guy like hits him with a crowbar and it bends, and then he hits him again, and you just see the guy go flying.
Yeah, he's put him right towards the ocean. Looks like he's just launched into the ocean.
Just throws him.
Be careful, there's celestial bodies in there. Yeah, like I'd like to see what else they do. It seems the issue that Warner Brothers always have seems to be happening in this movie. They're bringing in 6 characters in one movie.
Right.
Like, what is the point of this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, make it about Black Adam and have Dr. Fate show up at the end. Why do you have Black Adam show up with Dr. Fate?
Dr. Fate's gonna be like the villain. Hawkman's probably gonna be we have to do right. Like he's the Colossus to the Deadpool.
Yeah.
Sure. And then Black Adam's the Deadpool, I guess. But then why do you need Atom Smasher? There's someone named Cyclone in this.
Right, exactly. Why are you bringing all of these people in one? This is Warner Brothers' issue. It's like, we're making the Avengers. Well, before the Avengers, there was Iron Man, Thor.
Yeah, you need Black Adam. You need the good moral, like good morality in Hawkman, and then you need the villain in Dr. Fate. So
yeah. Well, speaking of problems with DC, because I'm excited for Black Adam. DC's issues is, you know, they're picking too many people in one movie. One of those examples, they don't like Justice League. Came out with Justice League before multiple had their own solo movies.
Yeah, way too early.
Too early. We've talked about how like they plan on resetting everything with the Flash. Yeah. They're gonna do a big reset. Well, it sounds like they might need to do a bigger reset than that.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller was just one of the
arrested twice in a 10-month period, and then now reports came out that when he was 21, he was supplying 12-year-old girl with drugs, alcohol, LSD, physical harm. Like it's
and was threatening her with potential violence if they didn't do anything like in exchange for the things he was providing, or they were providing. Sorry for those who would prefer. He prefers they, or they prefer they them. But yeah, so Ezra Miller apparently did all that. That came out. So now probably also going to get replaced. So you got Aquaman 2, Amber Heard's the issue.
Amber Heard stuff. Yeah. And it's
refusing to work with Henry Cavill.
Jason Momoa. Yeah, them not going forward with Henry Cavill. The Ray Fisher and Joss Whedon like racist remarks and like the negative remarks while filming that caused Ray Fisher to be kind of excluded from DC, and then also Ben Affleck didn't like the way that he was getting treated too. So
Wonder Woman 84 got terrible reviews.
Yep.
And now people are upset with Gal Gadot for some recent things as well. And Ezra Miller. So it might just be you start with Pattinson.
Yep.
You got Pattinson, you got a Joker, and you can have somebody learn from Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. You got Shazam.
Yeah, Joker 2 is in the works right now. So
which was it was a French title.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you move forward with Joker, Batman, and Shazam.
Black Adam.
Yep. And you go from there because Ezra needs help.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have to go to prison, what's going to go on. We saw the video of Ezra tackling that woman outside the bar, caught on camera. We saw a video of Ezra calling out KKK members and threatening them, which, you know, obviously it's KKK, so they're not great people already, but, you know, you're threatening violence on camera, then get arrested twice in a short period of time, have this thing come out. Like, eventually so many things happen where you have to start wondering, like, what something has to be done. Like, you can't just keep saying, oh, Ezra's in the news again.
Warner Brothers are they just don't care. They just don't care. I don't know.
Right, and well, they probably want to support Ezra. They probably want to support them.
Yeah, but like you said, silence is saying something, you know.
Saying nothing says a lot.
Yeah. So
for every moment that they keep supporting
don't
them,
acknowledge
don't acknowledge what Ezra has done. For every moment from there on out is because is going to be viewed as support, which Warner Brothers has made so many terrible decisions. Who knows how? If they have no idea how to handle this. There's no way they.
I don't think so either.
No, they don't understand how to run movies, and that's their job.
Yeah. So
we've been very hard on DC and Warner Brothers in the past, and this is one of those times that they have it laid out in front of them. Batman, one of the most successful movies of the past year or two. You have Joker, which set records.
Yep.
And you have Shazam, which set a record for the second weekend. So like first weekend to second weekend, the growth set a record.
Yep. And Shazam, now, it doesn't have any ties to the other like projects. Like at the very end, you see Superman and you see Batman come in, but they doesn't show their faces are up here. So like
It doesn't have to be any Batman or Superman that we had seen by that point.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to go with Henry Cavill. You kind of dropped the ball on that already.
Yeah.
That would be the dream casting, but you can figure that out. The guy who plays Finnick in Hunger Games, I think he'd be great at that. You could move forward with a Green Lantern. You could do multiple different lanterns. You could do like a Lantern verse. You can move forward with a whole lot of different things. You can bring in Batman villains, you can expand. People want to expand these universes. They don't even need 100% continuity. They just need good continuity. I don't know what they're going to do, but I think with Ezra getting in all this trouble, I don't necessarily want them to go to jail or that. Again,
Right.
just like with a lot of people, potential getting help first, maybe psychological evaluation, psychiatric evaluation. Usually those things are voluntary though, but eventually they are going to keep getting in trouble to the point where they might do something wrong or hurt somebody. So
from a nerd standpoint, I don't necessarily want Warner Brothers to do well. Like I want the characters that we love to be portrayed for many years to come. And so like Warner Brothers kind of just dropping the ball on that over and over is hard.
It's frustrating.
So.
Well, the concept of a monopoly, one company has control over the market, so then they lose quality because they don't have any competitors. They start overcharging you for less quality. If DC does it right, builds this universe, builds competitors for Marvel, they make Marvel push themselves. They make Marvel try new things. They make Marvel be like, oh, we got to do something. Otherwise people are going to start wanting to watch DC instead.
Right.
That should be their goal. Like you might not ever beat Marvel, but dig into Marvel's profits. You release Shazam on the same weekend. Shazam 2 comes out as the same weekend as Black Panther 2.
Sure.
And more people go see Shazam. That's a win in your book. Or $150 million that was going to go to Black Panther, even though Black Panther made more overall, goes to Shazam. That's a win in your book and a step forward.
Sure.
I just don't let Marvel lower their quality because they don't have any competitors. Because right now it's laughable if DC even tries to compare. Like you got Batman, you've got a new Batman every 10 years. That's all you got.
Yeah.
That's not a successful company to run Batman. It's just not. So I hope Ezra gets help, but I do hope they just replace them because at this point they shouldn't be doing movies or acting. They should be getting help.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. It's just our opinion, that sort of thing. Let us know what you think because we like hearing from you. We had some people talking about She-Hulk. Somebody commented on our She-Hulk video and had some things to say about She-Hulk. So let us know what you thought about Miss Marvel. Let us know if you think they should do a complete reboot with DC. And, Twitter DMs are open always. So check those out as well. Feel free to message, even if it's just a private comment. In case you're worried your opinion might be disagreed with publicly, I'll be happy to talk with you back and forth. DMs. I got time. You can just after work, do it on stream, all of that. So anyway, let us know what you think. Talk to us. You all look great today. GG.
GG.